say Gully's here by now. Honest, kid, I know how you feel. If it was my home I was trying to save, I'd feel like you do. I can't just see it's no use.
Of course it's no use. We've got to burn a break around the house.
Oh, but you, Dad, where have you been?
Dave and I got here as soon as we could, Ted. Now listen, Dave. You go right along the line of firefighters and tell them we're going to burn a break, and I'll need every one of them. We'll have to drop back from here, Dave, so tell them I'll wait for them under the big gun.
All right, leave it to me, Dad.
Put on your Dave. Come on, everybody, get back to the house. We'll burn a fire break around it.
You're right, Dad. It's the only thing to do if we've still got time.
Well, you should have thought of it sooner, Ted, before the fire got so bad.
Well, it didn't seem so bad at the start, Dad. But we've got to save the home. We've got to save the old place.
Starve the lizards, Ted. We'll save the place. And you out. You get a half a dozen blokes and start a fire break across from the corner of the western paddock. And run it right down to the creek.
Oh, Dad, I always knew you had trust in me.
Well, go on, shake it up. Get your men together and get a move on.
All right, Dad.
Where's some more wet bags, Ted?
That's the last of them, Dad.
Well, come on, we'll have to do the best we can while we're here. Hey, look out for yourself!
You can't do anything.
Poor Mrs. Ramsey. It'll break her heart if they lose their home, Annie. I think we ought to go over to see if we can help.
Now, Mum, you promised Dad you wouldn't budge out of this house unless he rang up from Ramsey's place. You got your own things to look after, don't forget.
Can't you keep that girl quiet, Sarah? Make it a song and dance about a bit of a bushfire in a paddock? I've got to write a letter about these shares.
Oh, Uncle Clarence, it's a terrible fire. Just look out there. It's getting worse.
You know, Sarah, if we hang on to these shares a little bit longer, we might get a better price.
Oh, how can he talk about shares at a time like this?
Oh, Annie, the smoke's coming over this way worse than ever.
Oh, look, Mum, look at the sun. It's gone behind the smoke in the sky.
Well, why can't you shut that door, Mum? The smell of smoke's becoming unpleasant.
And my house out there, facing danger.
Yes, I always knew that Island Oil Well shares would pay in the finish.
Oh, who cares about your old Island Oil Well shares? I hope that's not bad news.
Oh, I'll answer it. It might be Dad.
You know, there was never any doubt in my mind about these shares, and now we've cleaned up a fortune.
Hello? Hello? Oh, it's you, Mrs. Ramsey. Oh, you poor thing. No. Has Dad got there yet? What's that? What? Another fire started behind the house? Oh, speak up. I can hardly hear you. Mrs. Ramsey, what's the matter? What are you trying to say? Mrs. Ramsey! Mrs. Ramsey! Are you there? Hello, Mrs. Ramsey.
Mum, what's happened?
Oh, something terrible must have happened, Annie. She was trying to tell me something when the phone cut off.
Oh, the house must have caught fire.
We must go to them, Annie. I know something terrible is happening over there.
Whose house is on fire? What's the matter now?
You'll have to wait here on your own, Uncle Clarence. Are you coming with me, Annie?
Of course I'm coming with you, Mum. We'll make straight across the paddocks and wade the creek behind the Ramsey's home.
Here, hold on. I'm coming too.
Where is Dave? How far would he have to go, Ted? Ted, how far would he have to go to round all the firefighters up?
Oh, they'll be stretched out a good way by this time, Dad. Down to the south bend of the creek, I should say.
Well, you must have known there wasn't a chance when the fire got going like this, Ted. I hope my boy's all right.
Is that you there, Dad?
Yes, is that you, Bill Smith? Where have you been?
Oh, Dave told us you'd be somewhere over by the big gum. He told us you wanted us.
Well, get back and lend a hand with Alf. He's rushing to burn a break between the fire and the house.
Oh, we're almost done in, Dad. But we've been down there in the thick of it since this morning. We'll do our best to save Ted's house.
Yes, I know you will. Hang on. Have you got much kerosene, Ted?
Yes, there's a couple of tins in the wash house.
Well, you fellas, crack them open and spill it wherever the break looks as though it's going to be slow to get alight. It's touch and go, but we might save Ted's place yet.
Well, it's no use staying here any longer now, Dad. Old Snake Gully will be a bonfire by tonight.
I told Dave to send every man to me here under the big gum. I've got to wait for him.
Look, there's some of them coming back from the house.
What are they coming back here for? Every man is needed on that break.
Why, it's Annie and old Uncle Clarence.
Yes, and Mum, go back, Mum, go back.
Is that you, Dad? Or is that you?
Yes, it's me all right, Sarah, but why did you come over here like this? It's not helping me, Sarah. Why did you bring Uncle Clarence?
Oh, Dad, when that phone cut off, I couldn't bear it. I've been so worried.
Why is this fire serious? Why are you all standing here doing nothing?
Oh, stop eating at those little bushes, Uncle Clarence, and you too, Annie. What good can that do?
Why are you just standing here, Dad? And where's Dave?
And my house.
Uncle Clarence, will you leave those bushes alone and get back to the house? The fire's got too much for us, Mum. We had to drop back here under the big gum. I told Dave to send the boys here as soon as he rounded them up so that I could tell them to go along the break.
But where's my house?
Al's looking after the break, and if you want to make yourself useful, Annie, get back there with him.
We can't stand here much longer, Dad.
Well, you go now, Ted. You'd better go across the creek and take Mum and Annie and Uncle Clarence with you. You mightn't be able to get back to the break now.
Shouldn't Dave be back soon? If only we could see a little way through all this smoke.
Dave will be all right, Sarah.
Oh, there you are, Dad.
Have you seen Dave?
Oh, he's coming right behind with Bill Smith. He said you wanted to have a break with Dad.
Well, if it's not pretty well alight soon, it'll be too late. Wait for us, and we'll go across the creek and double back behind the break.
Oh, thank goodness. Here's Dave and Mr. Smith now.
Come on, Dave. Come on. Shake it up. We're heading for the creek.
Look, what Mum's doing here? Mum, you shouldn't be here. Come on, give us your arm, Mum. We might have to run now.
See, Sarah? I told you not to come.
Hey, Dad, didn't you feel the wind change a bit then?
Oh, yes, so right I did.
Well, I didn't feel any wind change.
No, but I thought I did for a minute.
Oh, I hope Annie and Uncle Clarence are getting back all right.
Starve the crows, what are they doing over here?
They're just ahead of us with Ted Ramsey. They came over with Bum.
Oh, Mum, you shouldn't have come here.
I was frantic with worry, Dave. Do you think they'll be all right?
Don't you worry, Sarah. If Ted Ramsey doesn't know his way about his own place, who does?
Come on, Mum. We'll all have to run for it.
The brake seems to be working all right. You've done a good job, Al. And the wind seems to be coming in the opposite direction, too. Well, there's still a hope, Ted. We might save your place.
If you save this place, it'll be a miracle.
We were worried about you, Mr. Ramsey. We should have all waited and come back together.
Oh, Annie and I were all right.
Oh, feel that wind. It's coming up.
It'll have to bring rain or it won't help much. We ought to get back to our own places pretty quick.
Well, we'll have to stop here for a while, Bill.
Mr. Ramsey, where's Uncle Clarence?
Uncle Clarence?
Dad said he was with you and Mr. Ramsey.
From the last I saw of Uncle Clarence, he was beating out the bushes under the big gum where we were all standing.
But where is he now?
But, Ted, I told you to take him with you. You heard me, Annie.
No, I didn't hear you, Dad. There was so much smoke I couldn't see where Uncle Clarence was.
Hey, look over there. It's Uncle Clarence.
Where? I can't see Uncle Clarence.
I'll swear it was him. The smoke cleared for a minute, and it looked like him lying under the big gum.
Oh, it can't be Uncle Clarence. That big gum's on fire.
Oh, look. Look, it's him. Look, it's his. There he is now.
Uncle Clarence.
Oh, we'll never get to him.
Well, there's just a chance if someone could duck back across the creek again.
You'd never make it, Dad. Here, Al, give me that wet sack. I'm going through the break.
Oh, Dave! Dave, come
Hey.
back!
Oh, Dave!
Hey, oh, he's mad. Look at him. He'll never get through it.
Dave, steady, me boy, steady. Oh, Dave will get through all right. Come on. We'll beat a way back for him through the break.
Dave! Dave, my boy!
Good on you, Dave. He's through.
Here, give me a bag. I'm going into that break to help Dave.
Oh, Dad, you too?
Mum, it's our boy out there in that fire.
Look, there's Dave again.
Look, he's fallen over.
Yes, he's fallen.
He's all right. He's up again.